Good evening, Canada. We are back with a new episode of Voice of Canada. Your host, Asphandiar Wadiwalla, my charming co-host, Cindy Young. And we have a very dynamic young businessman who has come to Canada, not that far off. He's quite a newbie here in Canada, but he has taken up a challenge of doing his business. So we will be meeting Mr. Prerak Patel.
Hi.
Introduce our viewers with your name and the name of your business.
So myself, Prerak Patel, owner of Ellie Custom Cleaners, who is in the dry cleaning business.
You say owner operator.
Uh,
No problem. Go ahead, Cindy.
A warm welcome to all of our viewers at Voice of Canada this evening, and I am Cindy Young, and I'm your co-host. So we heard from our host, Aspie, that you and your spouse have acquired a new small business of custom cleaners. If you could tell our viewers the title of your business and what services it provides.
so the title of the business goes with Ellie Custom Cleaners. So I retained the title from my previous.
Definitely, that
ownership.
is a goodwill.
It's a good brand, goodwill. It is known within the community nearby. A lot of customers are already aware of it. So that's the name. So that continues. The legacy
Nice,
continues because it has been in the business for last 20 more years in the
Yes,
same
everybody
number.
knows it.
And you know, since 2005, I've been to your shop.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to your shop.
Oh yeah, I know.
2005 and just now it's
That's-
224.
yeah, that's
2024.
almost 2 decades,
So it's a
right?
long time.
Yes.
And that's why I had such a cordial relations with your immediate past owner.
Yeah. So that's how the title goes. In terms of the services, so we provide primarily dry cleaning services, all kinds of clothes. We do also heavy stuff in terms of households like rugs, carpets.
We are coming to that questions
blankets.
further down.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mr. Patel, as we are aware that you belong to a province of India. So which city of that province you belong to, and when did you migrate it to Canada along with your family?
So I belong to a province called Gujarat, which is western part of India. The city is called Vadodara.
Baroda.
Yeah, earlier it was known during the British time Baroda.
Baroda, yeah.
Baroda.
I know as Baroda.
Yeah, so now it's been Vadodara, the original name, which is very famous for banyan trees. So that's how it was named. So born, brought up, got married, everything in the same city.
Oh,
So-
nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead, Cindy.
Well, researching about your small businesses, we were very happy to note that your Ellie Custom Cleaners is well equipped with the dry cleaning, to do dry cleaning, wash clothes right on your premises, and you do an excellent job for your long-term customers. So can you give us some full details of the equipment you use for washing and dry cleaning clothes for your customers?
Yeah, sure. So what we use is industrial machines, commercial machines
Mhm.
for both dry cleaning and washing.
And washing.
Oh,
The beauty is that they are highly robust in terms of the capacity that what they can handle
Mhm.
because it's a daily.
It's a commercial, yeah.
It's a
is it
commercial
daily?
thing.
Yes.
And most importantly, nowadays we all talk about sustainability and all that. So we use the hydrocarbon-based technologies,
Uh-huh.
so which is very eco-friendly.
Mhm.
Back in days, the business was run more on the perk chemical based.
Chemicals,
Ah,
yeah.
harmful.
And they were harmful and dangerous for.
Where you even cannot dispose them and all that.
Oh,
But
wow.
our technology is
Changed.
purely on hydrocarbon, which is little expensive from the machines point of view, but it is very good, eco-friendly,
For
good with the
comfort, yeah.
hands,
Ecosystem.
and the clothes are
Fantastic.
Fantastic, yeah. So
Oh, amazing.
those are the
You,
machines
you
that
get the benefits of both.
of both, yes.
Of both, yes.
Mr. Patel, as you are aware of the fact that worldwide, your family's surname, the Patels usually are in dry cleaning, washing business, or motels.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I've been to London, I've been to so many other places in Europe also, and wherever there is a small
Thank you.
motel, or even go up to Niagara Falls, the small motels are owned by Mr. Patel.
Oh.
The owner is Mr. Patel. So what is the meaning that the Patels, they only do two business?
Are you
It's,
related
it's,
to all these people?
it's inherited.
So
they-
yeah, it's a very interesting question. So yes, you are right. So Patels by the virtue of it, are primarily a businessmen, mostly invested in all kinds of businesses, motels, subways, gas stations, and all that, including dry cleaning. My own family, my father's side do not have any business. So everybody, whenever I used to work in a traditional corporate world,
Yes.
they go, Patel, how come you are not having a business? So that's one of the reason also. I thought, let me go to my DNA. So that's one of the reason. But yeah, so it's an interesting community of all business people.
So since how long you were looking for this kind of business here in Canada?
Almost 3 years.
2 to 3 years you're
Yes,
looking for a
so
suitable business and
Before you
location.
started.
True. So I explored few things in the motels, which is
Motels also.
very open. I look into taking a franchisee of Tim Hortons, to be honest.
But that has become very costly.
Very costly.
Very
I
costly.
dwell into the process of it by going into the corporate branch and found that it is too
costly.
Too costly. Not only costly, but even the process.
And you have to run, process is very lengthy. Plus, you have to keep a manpower and operate for 24 hours.
24 hours.
Nearly 364 days, they only give you 1 day off.
True.
Wow.
And that is also optional. 1 day on Christmas.
And people challenge.
If
And
you're
getting
lucky.
People challenge.
Right?
So, even they prefer that the Tim Hortons should be open on the 1st of every year.
True.
Only
Yeah.
Christmas they have allowed discretion of the owner operator.
Oh wow.
Otherwise, he can keep that
can
Christmas
even
day
keep it on
also
there
open.
too.
Oh, yes.
And there are
Nothing
few stores here in Canada which they operate and do
Yeah.
a roaring business on Christmas
Yes, it's true.
as well.
That is very
Yeah.
true.
Very nice. Because when I also came, I'm talking about nearly 25 years ago. That time they were asking me a total investment of 1 million.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That time. And they have got the head office in Oakville.
Yes.
I also underwent a process and everything. And they were verge of offering me one store, which was already a running store.
Okay.
In part of what you call west side of Mississauga,
Okay.
in Brantford or somewhere near there. So when I researched the town and the city, I said it's not going to do the same roaring business what Tim Hortons stores does in
Right.
Mississauga, Brampton,
Right, yeah.
in GTHA, the cities of GTHA.
Yes.
And the investment that time of 1 million
It's
was
too
quite heavy.
Yes, absolutely.
Plus, when I am based in Mississauga and I cannot run immediately to that location,
Yeah. True.
it was about 1.5 hours drive.
Yeah. No, luckily this happened by a chance, to be honest. So I was a customer of Ellie Custom Cleaners earlier, and I just happened to drop some clothes, open discussion with the previous owner. And it was very, very casual at that time.
And you just asked him, are you willing to sell?
I just asked him.
Conversation.
As a just open conversation.
Very
It was-
nice. Your luck was there.
Yeah, and he was willing and he was trying to sell.
Negotiate and to sell it.
negotiate and all
Because
that.
I think he was drained.
He was drained.
He worked for over 17, 18 years.
But he built a good business. He built
Very good business. And I would say
good
still
customer base.
Nice.
85% of the business is the people who are coming from his time.
Coming from, yes.
From his time.
So,
100%.
And they are very busy, believe me.
Very
And
busy.
they are did a good time. They are very open, flexible. That is the best part of it.
Amazing.
Thank you.
They serve their customers
Sounds
with
like
a
it.
smile.
Incredible business.
Appreciate. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Mr. Patel, the small business you run along with your spouse also employs a local man.
Local manpower.
The
Yeah.
manpower. It is a lot of hard work. Delivering clothes to your customers well in time is also a real task. Do you feel happy in providing this service? And what are your thoughts about this?
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely feel happy. Yes, it's a dry cleaning. It's a very labor-intensive business. It requires a skilled labor, I would
Skilled
say.
labor.
More on the how to do a pressing, how to
And
do
somebody
a
has got
cleaning,
a
how to
past
do-
experience.
and past experience. You can't just have a newcomer, otherwise the
Sure.
clothes will be burned out,
Yeah.
which is a loss, not to the customer but,
to the owner.
business
The
also.
big loss to the owner because
into the
they have to
business.
refund.
And not
cost
only
of
that, even the name, the whatever the
That's
service,
right,
it gets reputation gets on the line.
get
So
dampened.
Yeah, so we employed 3 people right now, and then 2 contractors, so overall 5. That's how it
Okay,
works.
good.
We even have a driver who delivers some of the items for certain stores.
Uh-huh.
So, but that is for the depots. So it's a plant. We have an in-plant model. Not a depot model. So we do our own service plus some of the other depots.
And
So
some external
some
also.
extra, right. So
That's very
it's a
good.
busy people intensive
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
No, no, your
And
business
a lot
will
of
do
money.
well.
So
And it's a good earning business if you stick by and if you don't drain out.
yes,
So
that is more
better
important.
have shifts
Yes.
for you and your wife.
Yes.
That will
That's
help
what we
you
do.
to keep your energy and keep the
sure.
business running with a smile.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it's easily drained out.
Yes.
By the evening or by the weekend, it's
You're-
the
But
body
I
gives
give a
out.
salute to your immediate past owner.
Yeah.
He
Agree.
used to work for 5 days and only on Saturdays his wife, his spouse used to come and take over the shop.
Agreed. Yes.
He
Yeah.
was only one
You
day
need a
used to
break.
get and Sunday they used to keep
Yeah.
closed and that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah,
go
definitely.
nonstop.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Here we are coming both. So hopefully it will work out.
Yeah.
Me and my wife's spouse.
A little team.
Yes, as a
Mr.
team.
Patel, as you are here, a quite intelligent guy, what our viewers would like to hear from you. Tell us about your early life, your early education in Gujarat.
So I born definitely this same Baroda, what we call it.
But they call it Varadaro.
Vadodara.
Vadodara, yeah.
Yes.
Actual
that's,
name is
ac-
very
that's-
complicated to
that's the
pronounce
actual
even.
name.
Vadodara.
Yeah, so I studied my school, high school, even my university, everything over there. Then I completed my BTech, that is in IT, completely different from what I'm doing right now.
So they have the university and the education in Vadodara?
Oh yes, yeah. The university is called Maharaja Saji Rao University, MS University, and it is among the top 100 from the Asian side of the list. So it's a well-known university.
Very good.
Yeah,
And
then
it's
I
a well
moved to-
industrialized city now.
It is more of
Agriculture.
agriculture based, tourism based than industry.
Industry.
There are industry, but very few.
Very few.
But that's how it goes. So a lot of outside people also comes from different persons. Education is one of them for sure. And then people have their own business, agriculture, land. It's a big
Mhm.
time. So that's what it is. So
Wow.
everything was in the same city, and then I moved to different parts of the world. So
And what must be the approximate population of your city of origin?
well, you'll be surprised.
Approximate.
So Canada population is around 38 million,
Mhm.
roughly.
We are touching 40
Yeah.
Touching
unofficially.
40, right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, going
yeah,
40.
so my city population is almost 25 million.
25 million,
So
one city.
we are
Just for one city.
70% of the same
But-
countries.
Because in young age, I do remember Baroda.
Yeah.
I visited Baroda because my dad also belongs from the same province,
Yeah.
from a nearby city. But my grandfather had a house and the agricultural land in Baroda.
Oh yeah, okay.
So as a young child coming on a summer vacation,
Yes.
I had visited Baroda,
Oh nice. Yeah.
which was about an hour's journey from Navsari.
Oh yes, true. Yes.
Go ahead.
Mr. Patel, as you belong to India, which has many ethnic languages, so along with speaking and writing English, how many ethnic languages do you speak in?
Well, I can speak apart from English, speak and write my native language, mother tongue, Gujarati, Hindi as a national language. Those are the two prominent for sure. I travel a lot during my previous corporate world, so I knew Swahili for
Oh,
4 or 5
Wow,
years.
wow.
Yeah, because I stayed there in Kenya for a few years.
You stayed in Kenya also.
Yes,
Very
so,
good.
Wow.
and then I knew a little bit of Mandarin
Yeah.
because I stayed
Oh,
there
lovely.
also for
You
4
can
years, so
communicate with the Chinese community also.
I can understand little
Understand.
bit, but can't speak now because I forgot most of the
Yeah, if you
characters.
don't use it, you start
Yeah,
something.
Good.
my wife does a good job in that, but
Uh-huh.
not me. So
See,
I forgot.
you are an enlightened person.
Yes. So,
Right.
Enlightened person by the grace of
Yeah.
God. So, Mr. Patel, as you are aware of the fact that you are like a corporate man,
Yeah.
but doing such a hard labor and doing your own business gives you full satisfaction.
Yes, actually, it gives a different dimension of how you see the world. One is being a corporate person. That is more of a servicing side. You need to serve to other customers. In your own business, you know that what is the importance of the same service when it is your own customers. So it's a different angle. Plus, you also get to know that okay, there are different ways of not just making money but also help the community
Yes.
by doing certain services. You may not get the returns huge or big enough, but at least you are doing something different.
Lovely. Awesome.
You are helping in the way. We have many customers who need certain services, cleaning service and all, but they cannot afford. It's okay. I mean, that's all the life are there, and we do it in a very reasonable way.
Reasonable.
So, yeah,
And the small business is a part and parcel of
absolutely.
Canada.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
we
so
depend
help
on
each
small
other.
business.
Yeah, help each other. That's a different way.
We'll be taking a short break and we'll be with you soon. Welcome back after our short break. Your host Asphandiar Wadiwalla, my co-host Cindy Young, and we have got Mr. Patel, who is giving us so much information about his business that we are all engrossed into it, and we never knew how the time flew off and our break, even our midterm break started. So welcome back to our show,
Thank you.
Mr. Patel. Just give us your thought that why did you choose Canada? Was it easy to migrate to Canada than to States or New Zealand or Australia? And the factor is, what is your opinion about Canada?
Yeah. Primary reason, my extended family is here.
Oh,
Was
wow.
here from even before I even thought of it. So my brother is here.
Already he was here.
Yes, he was already here. He's a pharmacist, so long
Lovely.
time.
Wow.
Now retired. So so the extended family here. Even my wife's side, her sister.
She's here.
She's here.
She's here too.
So quite a extended family members are here. So
Nice.
by
So
natural,
by natural you thought
so I had a true choice.
And,
Either go
and
to
a country
States
was here.
or Canada. So I choose
Canada.
Canada.
Amazing.
The second reason is I like cold. Coming from the hottest part
Hot
of
part of
India,
cold,
I like
yeah.
cold.
They come from a
so-
tropical province.
yeah.
And we want to get away.
No, I like cold. I like winters.
They belong to a tropical place.
I know.
Even their winters are very, very, very
and,
mild.
and I'm not
Very
going
mild.
to the nice warm.
Yeah. So those are the reasons, right? So,
nice.
but migrating was definitely with the process at that time back in 2005-6. What I'm talking about, it was not that rigorous.
Yes.
So it went smoothly. Yes, the waiting time was
Long.
big,
And which
long.
year you arrived here into Canada, landed as
I arrived in
immigrant?
summer of 2010.
2010?
Yes.
Okay,
so,
okay. So you are a decade, about 14 years
Yes.
here in Canada.
Yes. Yeah.
Lovely,
So,
lovely.
So it's been a while now.
So
Yeah.
that means you're not a newbie. You're here since 14 years.
Oh, yes.
You know the Canadian way of life.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Driving
yeah.
business,
Yeah.
amazing.
Go ahead, Cindy.
Mr. Patel, as you belong to the Gujarati background from India, and the Guju people
Yeah.
are very business minded in their life, what future plans do you have in the next 5 years?
Well, definitely expand the business.
Same business.
Same business.
Or you would like to also start the motel business too?
Not so soon. That would be too much.
Try cleaning
Huh?
in the hotel.
Yeah, that will be a fantastic one.
No, they do in the hotel only. All the Patels, the motels, they have their own dry cleaning
Yeah.
plant.
I didn't know that.
They never send anything outside.
So mostly it will be though run by my wife. I'll focus on my corporate side
Life.
of it, life. But yeah, so that's the future plan at least for next 3 to 4 years.
How about your children? They are young?
Yes, I have a 6-year-old daughter, very young,
Wow.
going to first grade this September.
Very good.
So right
Means
now,
she has got anything she wants to be, she can achieve
absolutely.
over here in
Yes,
Canada.
definitely.
You know, sky is the limit for
Oh,
children.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry
And
about
she
her.
likes Canada very much.
Because
Was she born in
she's
Canada?
studying
Born in Canada,
from sixth grade, from 6 years over here. So practically education will be in
Education is-
Canada only.
Definitely,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Mr. Patel, if you inform us and our viewers, how long is your immediate family and how many children you have who must be young and studying?
So as I said, so one
You
daughter,
earlier said about this.
Yeah.
You answered this
Yeah.
question. Go ahead. 12.
Okay, so let's discuss your newly acquired custom cleaning business along with the clothes, the type of clothes that you do the
Yeah.
dry cleaning with and wash. Do you also take wedding gowns, curtains, tablecloths, bed sheets, and also do you use some any special equipment to like dry clean the delicate things like
Yeah.
a wedding gown
Yeah.
that's usually white?
Yeah. So we take pretty much everything, starting from heavy items like wedding gowns, rugs,
And they are very
carpets,
delicate to handle, the
yeah.
wedding
So
gowns
we
and the
only run those over the weekend cycles, because
saris and all. They are very,
saris,
very
silk saris, which
delicate.
are very heavy. A lot of beads are there. Some are heavy
Yes,
beads
yeah.
from top to bottom. So those kind of garments mostly done either
Dry
overnight
cleaning.
or dry cleaning.
Dry
Dry
or over
cleaning
the
and a very mild run.
very mild running. You need to give a
Yes.
time. You need to
Time.
observe, because certain way some of the beads either will come out, then you have to again put it back.
Yes.
So you have to give it a time. So those are the heavy items. Apart from that, definitely the regular day to day are there. Even we take winter shoots, Uggs and everything. Yeah. So it's all in plant
Nice.
in house. So
Wow, amazing.
Mr. Patel, as you are now practically a Canadian, for more than 14 years you are in Canada. So just tell our viewers, how do you spend your holidays over here and the weekend holidays?
So I would say before COVID, the holidays or the weekend were mostly going into playing cricket.
Cricket. Oh, you're
So
fond of cricket.
yes, so I used to play for Toronto League. I played there for 10 years
Nice.
before I got injured, and now I cannot play. But those are the primary, you can say, my time spending hobbies.
Nice.
Besides that, normally the weekends goes in just sitting at home,
Resting,
spending,
planning,
planning for the next week.
regaining your energies.
Yes, that is
recouping.
more important. Planning the things and spend time with the family. That is more important.
Any plans to travel? Because Canada is a very beautiful country.
Yeah.
If you to visit just any other province, also it's equally beautiful.
Yeah, there is a to-do list that what I have prepared. In fact, my wife has prepared for me to take her. So
that during which will start during retirement age.
I think so. Well, it was planned in 2013, already 10 years ago. Yeah, hopefully we should able to tick mark
after your business stabilizes well.
That's the plan. So maybe after 5 years,
Go
4 5
ahead.
years.
Mr. Patel, while researching your Ellie Custom Cleaners, we did come to know, and you discussed that as well, that the last owner operator of your business was doing it for over 17 years before he sold the business to you. And the immediate past owner built a good customer base as well. And uses it, and many of them use it, the surface of Ellie Custom Cleaners for the suits and shirts and pants. What would you say to inherit good customer base? And what would you say to them? And you making new customers after you took over?
No, definitely a very big acknowledgement and a thank you to continue. Having faith and trust with the new management. That is more important.
And now it depends on your service,
on our
how
service.
well service, and your services are pretty good. Believe me, I find a bit of a change since the time you took over.
Yeah, so that is good. Good to know. That's a good to know, and in front of the network. So we have changed few things so that it can improve. We identify few gaps coming from outside. I think you can look into more
some suggestions and all the customers and all they give you.
So slowly we'll try to implement those. That's the plan. I think it will take 1 year of time to implement those.
It takes a little bit of time.
Over the time, 4 or 5 different steps that what we have.
Mr. Patel, as you are aware that the business of dry cleaning and laundry is very, very hectic and tough, at the same time very competitive. Your nearest competitor is not very far off, just a few blocks away on 10th line. And that also, guys, Indian owner operator. So you have to be very careful, but their system of washing cleaning is different, yours is different. You have an edge over many dry cleaners and laundry places because you do everything in house. So why don't you think of starting some promotional schemes like your previous owner used to do, run often?
No, definitely. I think you are right. We did discuss internally between me and my wife. It's just that
That will increase your sales, believe me,
Yes,
and more
you are right.
popularity.
Yeah.
Word of mouth takes place because
Yeah.
any customer going, oh, why don't you go? And just now the scheme is going on.
Yeah, no, you are absolutely right. I think the fundamental thing that why we little bit delayed those kind of implementation of the schemes was we wanted to first get hold of the business. It's been now 3.5, 4 months. So now we know what are the books, how it looks.
Yeah.
That is more
Takes time
important.
to get
And
used
the
to.
amount of business is
And the
coming.
amount of
For sure.
business.
Mm.
So we got to know those parameters, and definitely believe me, it is already there in the radar. Maybe after 6 months of 2 quarters, at least
Just
let
take
it
some time to implement
let
all
it
that, yeah.
pass.
Try
and then
to
we'll
now
see.
because our area is a good potential. Believe me, this
Sure.
area is a very good potential.
Yeah.
Your location is also pretty good. So try
We'll
to
take care
capture.
of you, definitely.
Yes.
That you already take. It's not that I'm proud to say they take very good care
Yeah,
of
I'm
me.
sure they do.
And we
Appreciate
love that
Thank you.
place. We go. We always.
Yeah.
I don't go as a customer, but I go as a friend.
Absolutely.
And I talk to them about here and there. At least 4-5 minutes we
Yes.
communicate
We just
Exactly.
talk
with
yes,
each other.
yeah.
That's right. Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Mr. Patel, we are all aware that the whole world suffered with the pandemic from March 2020 till the end of 2022, and we're still
Yeah.
having repercussions from that. And when we reopened, our businesses faced many new challenges. Would you like to throw some light on how did you pass through the pandemic period? Were you here or were you in India?
He was here,
Luckily,
according to
we
the.
were here.
They
The
were
entire
here.
family was here.
Mhm.
Even
Yeah.
my extended family were here. So in January we came from India to here. We went for a family wedding,
Right.
and in February end or March the pandemic started. So
yeah,
in
all the
in
lockdowns
a
started that
1 month gap it all started.
All pandemic. And in
So-
March it was all a
It was
lockdown
all
and
lockdown.
1 month
everything.
later. Yeah.
So luckily we were all here. So touch wood, everything went
Yeah,
well. So no casualties, at least here.
God forbid.
Back in India, we
At the same time,
Yeah.
here the vaccines were available quite
Available,
early.
correct.
Our government was quite quick enough
Very-
to get the best vaccines in the
Yes.
world. Otherwise, India had issues for vaccines
Oh.
also.
Yes.
They had to
They-
get
it got
their
late,
own
yes.
local made Pune based vaccine was introduced,
Yeah.
and then they had to get from here and there.
It got late. Yes.
It was quite delayed, and there was lots of casualties in India
True.
because the population is a mighty, gigantic population as compared to Canada.
Yeah. No, but at least it got late, but they managed it well at the end. But that's the story now.
They did well.
Yeah,
With
they did well,
that
yes.
count of population,
Yeah.
they did very well.
True.
They managed the crowd very well. They managed the pandemic also very well.
Yes.
And being a underdeveloped country, it's not underdeveloped, but still it has got
It's
lots of
growing up.
mouths to feed.
Yeah, it's growing up. Yeah.
China and India has got this problem.
True. Very.
Yes.
You are right. Yeah. It's a big population.
So, Mr. Patel, it's a pleasure having you here. You took out time for us. Would you like to give a strong remark, comments, suggestion to our viewers, plus to our government, how to safeguard small businesses?
So thank you for the opportunity, first of all. From the request point of view, I think small business holds a very strong point in the overall community and the business.
Here in Canada, we depend on
Yes.
small businesses.
Yeah. So I think certain areas, especially on the credit card transactions or those kind of a thing where the taxes are more, if that can be help in reducing, I think the small businesses will be appreciated for sure. Those steps. And definitely coming from the dry cleaning perspective, will continue to serve the community as much as possible, bringing new services, new schemes, what he said, and thrive the business as well.
And be a proud Canadians.
Yes, that is for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Cindy.
With that final note from our guest speaker, Mr. Patel, we would soon be signing off from this episode of Voice of Canada. And see you all next Saturday at 8 o'clock p.m. with our new episode and a new guest speaker.
So while signing off, we would like to say good night, goodbye, God bless Canada, God save our King. Adios.
Name.